Everyone has a unique credit profile and income levels, which can make it very difficult to know beforehand exactly how lenders will respond when applying for a credit card. Getting approved for a credit card really depends on all of your qualifications, not just your credit score. However, don't let that get you down because credit cards normally target a specific range of credit scores anyways. So this is actually to help you narrow down what your options are. But the better your score is, the better your chances of being approved for any given credit card. I mean, pretty simple, right? So now further, let's find out more about the different credit cards that you can apply for based on your credit score coming up. All right, so if you have a score between the 800s to 850s, you made it to the top. Congratulations. Consumers with a credit score within this range usually have years of positive payment history across multiple accounts. They also have low utilization ratios and a mixture of credit that shows that they can responsibly manage any type of credit at any given time. With the score this great, you can have a pick of nearly any card being offered at a super low interest rate and high credit limits. How great does that sound? I bet that will solve a lot of problems. It's like a consumer's dream come true, to be frank with you. The most difficult thing you'll have to do if your score isn't in the range is deciding which card to get because, well, you have a lot of options. Just make sure that you make a note of what your options really are and what really matters to you in a specific card. For example, don't go for a card just because it offers rewards. And if you're not really someone who uses the rewards or uses it as often, then it may not make sense for you. The fact that you have so many options means that you get to pick from a card that suits your lifestyle and spending habits. All right, so if your score is between the 740s and the 799s, you should pat yourself on the back because these are still great scores. Consumers in the score range have a couple of years of credit history, no missed payments for at least the past few years, and very low balances and a very good, nice mixture of credit. Your score can still increase over time, but you still have to be able to get approved for most credit cards. Credit card issuers won't just look at your credit score though. How many accounts you've opened recently does make a difference, and how you handled your accounts previously within the history of the bank can affect your ability to get approved within the time frame that you're applying for the brand new credit card. So it turns out that the average FICO score in the US is 704. So if you have a score between the 670s and the 739s, you're in a good range. These consumers have a positive payment history with no recent missed payments. However, short or limited credit card histories and the higher the average credit utilization can be holding these consumers back from reaching their next credit score range. If your score is in this range, you may still qualify for most prime credit cards. If you are not sure where you stand, you can check the pre-qualifying offers through any banking websites of any credit card that you're interested in. There's no guarantee that you'll get approved, but if you are pre-qualified, at least you'll know what you should look for in other options. Now, for those of you with a credit score between 580 and 669, you may have a difficulty getting approved. Most of us don't start off with a perfect credit score because we're still building our credit. Or maybe we end up going back to that credit score range due to delinquent payments, defaulted accounts, and high credit card balances. With the score this low, it's difficulty getting approved for the best credit cards, and you may end up having to pay a perk or not have any perks or rewards at all. You can either pay for an annual fee for a credit card with rewards or not pay anything and not have any benefits at all. Okay, so if your score is below a 580, you will be considered a high-risk borrower. Your options will be very limited, which includes expensive subprime unsecured credit cards with high fees or secured credit cards that require refundable cash deposits to open the account and maintain. Secured cards are usually more affordable in the long run versus unsecured credit cards. That's because secured cards deposits are refundable as long as you close your accounts in good standing, and they also charge you lower interest rates and fees. If you do not have any credit, just know that you don't actually need to have a credit score to get a credit card as long as you're careful about which one you actually select. If you are a student, consider applying for a student credit card. Remember, it's better to have no credit than bad credit at all. Now, to learn more about the credit cards you qualify for, I recently partnered up with creditcardbrokers.com. Click on the link in the description below and you'll be able to filter through current credit card promotions based on your credit score or rating. So if you have no credit, bad credit, fair credit, good credit, or excellent credit, make sure you check out the creditcardbrokers.com and use my link to find the credit cards that best fits you and your lifestyle.